Cuisine Cookbook.
What?
That's crazy. So if you're looking for a unique gift for your family and friends, give the gift of Chamorro culture and cuisine that they'll keep on giving. Order the ever popular Chamorro Cuisine Cookbook on chamorrocuisine.com.
All right. Well, we're going to head straight into our Zoom room where we have got David Dell'Isola. He is the director of the Department of Labor, and we are talking about how hard you guys are working to slam out more PUA.
I need to take one of those Chris Barnett vacations.
Soon, right?
I'll
Soon.
just quietly just tell everybody the next day that I'm gone for a month, okay?
All right, Chris, you
I'm sure I'll
listening?
pay for that next time I see him.
All of a sudden, we're like, hey, look who just walked in the room. It's Chris.
Probably in the comments section.
But,
Yeah.
yes, we are working very hard, 7 days a week for this last push that we're having. As I mentioned the last time we were with you, that the governor several weeks ago gave me instructions that she would love to see us pump out as much money from the Lost Wage Act and from the PUA for the holidays. So we've been meeting with my staff. We've been meeting with the programmers. We're putting in some little extra tweaks as far as the countermeasures to ensure fraud. And we've been auditing day and night to push that needle forward. As you know, we usually do it about every week, and at the most maybe 2 weeks that we manage to push the date. The last date was October 1st. And tonight, we will start the batch. Everything looks well as far as the countermeasures. I just got off the phone with programmers. Everything looks good. We got the go-ahead for batching tonight, and we plan, if everything goes well, to batch all the way to December 9th, and including December 9th. So that's nearly 2.5 months. And that'll bring us pretty much up to date as far as batching the PUA claims. So I'm telling everybody, you have maybe 6 to 7 hours to get in all your weekly claims to get yourself up to date, so that when we batch tonight, that you'll get that paycheck before Christmas. And that's what we pushed it. So typically we batch on Tuesdays, which was yesterday. But since we pumped out 25 million last week, and that took an extra day or two, that cut into our auditing time. So we asked the vendor to push it to Thursday to allow us a couple extra days so that we can kind of get everything situated to do exactly what we want to do. And that's push the needle to 2.5 months and get us up to date. So I'm happy to say that that's what we plan on doing. And I say plan because there's still a lot of moving parts that need to be accomplished, both on the programming side and our side. We're going right down to the needle, right down to the last hour and to the wire to get up to December 9th. You know, shoot big.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
That sounds like major chunks of change is going to be given to claimants. You're talking 2 months, you said? 2 months?
Well, you would think that that's going to be a huge dollar amount, but I do want to confess that a lot of claims, initial claims, have dropped for the month of November and December.
Okay.
A lot of the claimants that have filed have done most of their filing from before October. They either are affected and they're in their status that they are now and they've already put in a claim, or they've reclaimed, meaning they were working and then they got furloughed again because of the second PCOR 1. So majority have been paid. That's why, if you notice, we've been paying PUA weekly, practically. And every week we've been cranking out nearly $10 million in PUA every week. So all those claimants have pretty much caught up to date and are current. And so when we batch to the 9th, you know, 80% of those claimants that are going to be paid are just going to be getting their weekly maintenance benefits to get them caught up to the 9th of December as far as their weekly claims. The initial claimants, those are the ones that haven't gotten paid at all. Those are the ones that get the big payout, over 20,000. They're not anywhere near as voluminous as it was previously. So it'll still be a healthy number, but not as much as you think that it would have done if I would have paid like July, August, and half of September. We would have been talking about 50 million, in payments if I would have done that. I mean, one of the payments we did for two weeks was 40 some million at the height of the filing. So I haven't added it all up, but I imagine that we're going to be near $500 million by the time all this is said and done.
Wow.
And that's a healthy chunk of change. So,
we do have somebody who commented, her Anne Marie Damian Cruz. She's saying, "Need your help, Mr. Dell'Isola. Some haven't received any funds filed in July. Emailed and called, no return call or reply email."
You're segueing to the second part of my my announcement perfectly. In the last couple months, we have been concentrating on not only fixing claims, but trying to get to those people who have not got any initial payments. That was something that whenever that was flagged to us in our hotlines or at the library, they got special attention, they got handled, and we've been cranking through them as much as possible. Now it's getting difficult to find those initial claimants that have not gotten any payment at all. 90% of the people that are out there that have problems or issues with the claims are having to do with, their fourth or fifth payment or their weeklies. They're having a little issues with this and that, or they're filing their paycheck stubs. Those are being handled, but we've been looking and reaching out to those who haven't gotten paid at all. And in our presser, we're doing a call out to all those who have not received one single cent and who have filed. And we want to make a special call out to them and tell them to please send an email to pua.hotline@dol.guam.gov. That's pua.hotline@dol.guam.gov, and put on the title urgent initial claim payment request, or just put urgent, never got paid, need help.
Is that a big problem? Is there a significant number of people that
No.
Okay.
It's gotten to the point where it's getting harder for us to find them, and that's why I'm doing a call out.
Okay.
This is something that our staff and myself feel very near and dear, that we know there's some people out there. It's getting harder to find them. So we wanted to do something. We wanted to try to reach out and get a hold of these people so that we can get them the money in time for the holidays. If they don't make this batch, we will handle them and we will get them in the next batch. And the one thing is that this won't be the last batch. This will just be the last batch that I'm going to be able to do to get you the cash for Christmas. But later on this month, we plan on doing another LWA and another PUA. So we'll keep batching these PUAs. And as we are caught up to speed with all the auditing as far as getting those initial claims, then we're going to circle and we're going to hit it hard with all those resources, those with problems and those claimants. So, we do have a method or a plan to our madness of trying to, take care of as many people as we can. We have to balance it.
Right.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. So we've been getting and pumping out, tens of millions of dollars to tens of thousands of claimants. And now we need to circle around and get those last 5% that have problems, that didn't get any monies, and try to take care of them. And so I have limited resources, through this whole program, this whole 9 months that we've been doing this, they've been dwindling, they've been contact traced, they've been catched their COVIDs. I've lost them through family members and this and that. And, but we keep trying to move this forward. And I think we've been hitting it hard and we've been hitting it well. And if we can just get this last batch out, I can let my people have at least 2-3 days off for Christmas before we start hitting it again.
Yeah. The deadline, right? It's pretty soon to file a claim.
Yes.
Isn't it coming up?
This initial program of the CARES Act expires December 31st.
Right.
So that's a good point, Sabrina. I'm making sure you go out and you file your claim before 31st. If you file your claim before the 31st, you can still be paid afterwards. And you can get your weeks in and do your maintenance as far as getting all that done. So at least file your claim if you have a claim and if you haven't done it already. I think we've been exhausting. I mean, all the media outlets, including yourself, have been getting the word out to everybody and informing them and keeping them, giving the information on what to do. So I don't think there's that many that haven't filed at all. A lot of them maybe just didn't realize that they may qualify. So yes, we are trying our best to help everybody and get this money out, and we're pumping it out, and we are going to make an emphasis on those who haven't gotten any payments. That's something that we want to do and that we're going to circle around and hit hard. We just have to find them. The hardest part is finding those claimants who haven't gotten their payments. I mean, through all the, this PUA hotline, we're still getting, spammed by all kinds of people with questions and where's my LWA? Do I qualify? And that just takes away the time for us to try to find those initial claimants. And we fully recognize that was probably going to happen. But so we just keep cranking along and we just keep doing our best to move this needle forward, to get this thing and everybody paid that's supposed to be paid.
Well, I know
So kind of no check left behind here. You're just circling back and canvassing to make sure you got everybody that there was a problem or something.
Yes, and they're getting fewer, of course, they're the ones that make the most noise, so you hear about them the most, but, and rightly so. It's just that they are fewer. I mean, we've paid 28, 30,000 claimants and $500 million. That's a lot of money and a lot of claimants that have been taking satisfied customers, right, so to speak.
So what is the email again, David, for people that have not received their claims?
That haven't got it is PUA. That's PUA .hotline @dol.guam.gov, and put in there urgent. And we will, if you have not gotten a single cent or a first payment, those are the ones that we are trying to take care of. I know there's some people out there that are trying to get their last 3 or 4 weeks or 5 weeks, but they've already gotten 20-some thousand and gotten a lot of money. We're trying to make sure that we get, those few that are left, that we need to try to identify them. We need to try to get them out from the herd of the other claimants that have problems so that we can get them front and centered. And we're going to take special emphasis on them. We're still going to fix the ones with issues, but we need to help those people out, as you can understand.
Right. Well, I know you've got several phone calls you got to get on with people in the mainland, so I really appreciate you coming on and giving this update, Dave.
I appreciate you guys having me, and Andy, it's nice to see you. Nice to get a fresh face.
Sorry, I'm not Chris. I know Chris is on vacation. They got the B team in here to film it.
No.
It's okay.
Well,
I just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas
Merry
and a Happy
Christmas.
Holidays. And be safe.
all right, you too. We're gonna head into a commercial break, but we've got the chief of police.